Summer gardening has been a learning experience. I am trying to get inspired for fall. I've been watching fall videos. I have been thinking and planning on ways I can improve and just what I can grow for fall. So I pulled out a ton of seeds that I want to plant for fall. I've put in a tiny seed order with Baker Creek Seeds to get a few things that I think would be good, and we'll see how it goes. I think one of the main things is that I need to tear out plants that didn't make it through summer. I need to re-amend my beds, which is something that I didn't fully do in the spring, and I think that was one of my major downfalls. And I need to make sure I mulch really well. I did mulch with leaves, but the soil is so dry, and I think I just need to be better. I have drip irrigation all throughout my garden, but I think I need to be better about maybe soaking it every once in a while just to make sure that the beds are fully saturated once in a while. We hardly get any rain here. And also I'm gonna keep working on my compost tea, and hopefully that does the trick, and maybe even invest in some fertilizers. I'm not totally sure, but here are some of the things that I want to grow in the fall. All right, so I've laid out all my seeds. There's quite a few. I've also already started a few seedlings. Mostly they're squashes and some flowers, I think. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So cucumbers, I'm gonna plant another round of cucumbers. I didn't get quite as many as I want. I quick pickled a ton of them, but I want to can a bunch of them. And my pickles have kind of taken a turn in the extreme heat. I'm also suffering with some bug issues. I'm not 100% sure what they are. I mean, they're probably aphids because I see ants all over them, and I know that ants and aphids are a thing. So I'm gonna probably rip out the cucumbers that I have and start some more, and hopefully those will be more pest resistant, and I will take care of the ant problem so that doesn't affect the aphids and feed into that anymore. But cucumbers, this one is straight 8. I'm also going to try for some pole beans. I'm having issues with my noodle beans with aphids, and maybe these will be different. I had such good luck with my long beans last year, and I'm so sad that it didn't work out for me this year, but hopefully the pole beans will prove better luck, I guess. I don't know. Baby's breath. I managed to get some of these to grow in my front yard, but this is something I would really like to grow a lot of because I use this in my business for my packaging. Whenever I ship orders, I tie little flowers onto them, and it would be really nice to grow my own and not have to buy them all the time. Little gem lettuce. I harvested a ton of seeds, and I just really love this lettuce. It's very soft and it has a very mild flavor. And I don't eat a ton of salads. I usually will put lettuce like on things like sandwiches. I'll use greens for like tacos. I like to throw greens into my like cooked food a lot. Maybe I'll get into salads. I go through phases with salads, but that's one that I really liked. I'm going to start a new round of brassicas. So of course I've got my cabbages. There are 2 different kinds. Copenhagen Market Early and Early Golden Acre. I sowed some of these at the beginning of spring, but I think it was too late and I don't think they made it. Also, I have really bad issues with bugs getting to them, so I have to make sure I cover all of my brassicas. Broccoli and kohlrabi. I still have some kohlrabi growing, and it hasn't died in the summer heat. I'm not sure it'll taste good at this point, but I'm just gonna kind of let it grow. It's very shaded, so hopefully that's what's been saving it in the heat, and maybe I'll get some kohlrabi. I'm not sure, but I do plan on planting some more. Eggplants, I've got 2. I've got the Patio Baby Hybrid, which now that I'm thinking about it, I might plant in a grow bag. Maybe that would be best for that one. And then this cool white Night, and it's a hybrid, so maybe that means it'll do really well. I have eggplants growing outside right now, but I guess I should check them. I haven't gotten any fruit off of them, but they are in a bed that I didn't really amend, and that's probably the issue with that. Summer squashes. So I have some squashes growing outside right now, and I'm not totally sure which ones they are, but I have really bad issues with squash vine borers, and I've heard that growing squash in the fall can help alleviate some of those issues because bugs are just not as bad in the fall. I'm not 100% sure that's going to be the case for me, but I'm going to try it anyways. Maybe the secret is just to keep growing them until I get them. I'm not sure, but I have a Sunburst hybrid, a Sure Thing hybrid, and a Saffron summer squash. I have a couple packets of cilantro. I love cilantro. It bolts really, really quick here. So I probably won't plant this for a while, or I'll start it indoors. But yeah, it's just really hard to grow here because it's so freaking hot. And then I kind of want to have a redo with all my tomatoes and peppers. They didn't really do super well. And I started all of these from seeds, and then I couldn't get the seeds to get past the transplanting phase, and I think it was because the soil that I had, they were just stunted and they just never continued growing. So obviously I'm gonna take a different approach. I'm not gonna transplant them. I'm gonna seed them into larger containers and just stick with that. Here are the seeds of the peppers I have. Emerald Giant, some jalapenos, Greek pepperoncinis, I love these. Big Daddy Hybrid, Pinot Noir, and Poblano. I also ordered banana peppers, which I love banana peppers, and I didn't find any at the stores this year. A shishito pepper, that did really well for me last year, and I really, really miss that. And I also ordered a Jimmy Nardello Italian pepper, which I've seen in other YouTubers. Oh, I accidentally ordered two. Dang, I did not mean to do that. Whoops. Anyways, I've heard that you can use them like bell peppers. I've never had great luck with bell peppers, but maybe this one will be different. Also, it's Italian, and I'm Italian, so I kind of like that. So for my tomatoes, I'm pretty much growing whatever I have. These I saved. It says Marriage Genuine. I don't know what that is, but we'll see. Aroma, Rainbow Cherry Tomatoes, Sun Gold Hybrid, Orange Wellington, a Steakhouse Hybrid, and a Mr. Stripey. I also ordered an Amish paste tomato, which I've heard great things about. And yeah, so those are the tomatoes. I'm gonna try and see if I can get them to grow really well, and if so, I might replace all the tomatoes that I have in my beds. I might wait out for a few. I might try to even put some shade cloth over them, but right now they're just struggling. They're not doing super well, and I kind of just want to start over and have an opportunity to tear them all out, amend the bed, and put in tomatoes and see if I can get some for fall. And then I bought a few other seeds from Baker Creek. So I got a zucchino rampicante squash, and I think that is the what is it called? People call it something else. Oh, I think that's the tromboncino squash that I keep seeing all over the internet. When it's smaller, you can eat it as a squash, and then if you let it get bigger, you can save it as a winter squash. And I think that's really cool, and from what I've seen, grows really prolifically, and I would like that. I really miss my loofah growing all up on my walls, and I'm hoping that maybe if I get this one, it'll do the same thing, except it'll be edible, and that would be awesome, and that would provide a lot of food for my family, which I would like very much. I also bought the Marvel of Four Seasons lettuce. I've also heard great things about that. It can be kind of difficult to grow lettuce here because the seasons are just so weird. So yeah, maybe that's something that will be easier for me. I'm just trying out different varieties and seeing what sticks. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited for fall. I have been watching videos on YouTube just trying to get inspired, and I'm currently in denial about the heat, trying to stay inside as much as possible, but eventually I'm gonna have to go out there. I'm gonna have to like spend a whole weekend and just like rip things out, put amendments down, and start over with a bunch of beds in my yard. I'm gonna have to start all these seeds, so I'll probably get some seed mix at some point and start these in the next few days. It is the middle of July, and I think I have enough time for all of this. If not, I'm gonna find out. I would rather try and fail at some of these things than not try at all. So that's what we're gonna do. I feel like fall is gonna be my round 2 for gardening this year, and I'm really hoping it turns out more successful than round 1 because I have a lot growing out there. It's just not producing a lot of food. And that is the purpose of what I want to do. I want to grow food for my family, and I want to be able to save money. And I feel like I've invested a lot of money in my garden, and it's not exactly giving back to me in the way that I want. And I'm just learning, and I'm getting there, and it's going to happen, and it's going to be okay. Round 2, here we come. Anyways, I hope you guys are inspired for fall. I hope this gave you some ideas on what you can grow. I am not an expert by any means, but these are the things that I'm trying out, and we'll see if they work or not. Stick around if you like to see the results of all of this, and I hope you have a beautiful day. If you like this video, please like and subscribe.